Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. It's Tuesday, and we now have a champion of the National Hockey League.
Do indeed. Finally, on June the 24th, the cup was hoisted by the Florida Panthers for their very first ever Stanley Cup championship. Beat the Edmonton Oilers, who many thought were going to come back and win 4 straight. Didn't happen. Florida's goalie, Sergei Bobrovsky, was absolutely outstanding, and the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup 2-1 in a dandy game over Edmonton. Both great teams, probably be back next year. Of course, in pro sports, you never can tell, but nonetheless, the Florida Panthers are the Cup champions. Kind of a paradox in a way. The Stanley Cup champs of ice hockey in Miami doesn't geographically make any sense, but nonetheless, the Panthers 2-1 over the Edmonton Oilers in Game 7, the finale.
You know, it kind of makes you wonder if they just wanted to go a little bit extra.
Well, you would think that, and I think the cynics do understand that. However, keep in mind that in every pro sport, which is a best of 7, you're only paid for the first 4 games.
Yep.
So, and that rest of that goes into the coffers, so to speak, of the teams and the league. So it's highly unlikely. Furthermore, the beating that they take, I don't think that would really play into the scheme of things.
Well, you know what? No surprise from this side of the room that Tennessee is the champion of college baseball. You knew it. I think we all knew it was going to happen in April.
Well, it was a really good 3-game series with Texas A&M, sure. And Tennessee is certainly a deserving champion for the very first time. They just did get by Texas A&M. The Aggies scored 2 runs in the 9th inning to make it a 6-5 game, and that is how it ended. The last strand of hope struck out, and the Tennessee Volunteers win the national championship. They were the number 1 team in the country. They were favored to win it, but Texas A&M was the previous number 1. Like back in April and May, they were number 1, so they could certainly lay claim to it as well. Texas A&M's a fine team. But the Tennessee Volunteers 1 run better last night in Omaha, so they win the best-of-3 series 2-1, and Tennessee reigns as the NCAA National College Baseball Champion for 2024.
Big congratulations to them. Longhorns got a new coach. You surprised about this one?
Well, I'm surprised that the old coach goes. I want you to listen to this real quick. The guy was there, David Pierce. He was there for 8 years, won 295 games, 3 Big 12 titles, 3 trips to the College World Series, and that wasn't good enough. My goodness sake, what are the expectations at Texas? A national championship or you're fired? Come on. David Pierce came over 8 years ago to replace a legend, Augie Garrido, who had been at Texas for years and years. And I thought did very well. But apparently the hierarchy didn't think so. He still had 2 years on a $1.5 million per year contract. So Texas, that's a drop in the bucket because they're the most lucrative college athletic team, I should say, or program in America. So that won't make any difference to him. But bit of a surprise, David Pierce gets canned, and now the Longhorns looking for somebody else.
You know, it's crazy to me that that obviously happened to him, but what's even more crazy is the next guy in line that's going to take that job, because you got to be looking at that going, you know what, I don't know if I want that kind of pressure.
Don't think that doesn't enter the minds of some of the
hopefuls. For sure.
The
Cardinals in a series with another great team in the league, Atlanta Braves, and looking like they deserve to be playing a team like that right now.
Atlanta is a good team. They're very good. They are not the Atlanta Braves of the past. Philadelphia has surpassed them, and Atlanta's had some big-time injuries. You take Ronald Acuna, one of the top players in all the world, take him out of the lineup, which he is for the rest of the year. That really hurts him badly. And the Cardinals are on a roll. My goodness sake, they can't do anything wrong. Win the game last night 4-3, holding off the Braves in the 9th inning. Brendan Donovan had a 3-for-4 night with an RBI. And Lance Lynn, 37-year-old Lance Lynn, pitched well, went 6 2/3 innings and struck out 5. But the fact is the Braves can't get any consistency to their being. Now, there are 2 more games in this series, and you never know what might happen. The Cardinals are really on a roll right now and putting some pressure on the National League Central, as you knew they would. They had to in this particular set of games that they have coming up. It's 10 home games, and it started against the San Francisco Giants in Birmingham and has continued here. Well, they're playing well right now, and we'll see how long that continues.
Royals, they righten the ship a little bit better?
Played the Miami Marlins, and Miami's not very good at all. They can't hit. They were up against Cole Ragans last night, and Ragans in 6 innings, he struck out 11 Miami Marlins. Boy, I'll tell you, Miami has a fairly good hitting team. They're just not very well-rounded. 4-1, Kansas City gets the victory. Kansas City needed that win badly. They're still above 500 and playing pretty doggone good baseball. But are they a contender? I don't think so, not right yet. But they will be in time, and time will be in 2025, 26, somewhere around there.
And they're a lot of fun to watch, and that's good for me as a Royals fan. Last night, Olympic trial is the qualifying race. The women's steeplechase was contested, but the American record holder wasn't there?
And the American record holder is none other than Courtney Frerichs from Nixa. And no, she suffered a knee injury in May, just almost literally a month ago. She's practicing for the steeplechase. She holds the record, and she's a silver medalist in the Tokyo Olympics. Was really looking forward to it and described herself as being distraught, but it does happen in athletics. Suffered a knee injury, ACL tear, so she is out for, well, probably until February or March of next year when she can get back into training again. But that's a shame because Courtney is just an outstanding individual, outstanding runner. And while she doesn't live in Nixa now, that's where she went to high school and where she gained her greatest fame. Come on, a silver medal in the Olympics, and that's pretty fair. Anyway, she is not in contention. The women's steeplechase, the finals, and the team will be decided on Thursday night. That's when they have the final of that event. You've seen that one before, Mike. It's really a demanding 3,000-meter steeplechase. They go over the hurdles and they land in the water and all that sort of thing. It's a tough event, and the winner is certainly a outstanding qualified athlete.
Ned, you have a wonderful Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow.